What's happening, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, Bob Arum came out yesterday, I believe. It was an interview that I caught on Boxing Scene, so if you guys haven't seen it, go and check it out. He was speaking about Terence Crawford's possible next fight once this whole pandemic is over. And he mentioned that they've held preliminary talks with Manny Pacquiao. Now, this was a bit surprising to me because I wasn't expecting to see this by any means, because we do know that Bob Arum was talking about a fight against Brook. He said that that was a distinct possibility. But I'm guessing, like, now we've got all this time to ourselves. I mean, he's got the option of negotiating with other people should a Brook fight fall through. I mean, there's no guarantee that that fight's actually happening. It was just in discussions, as we all know. We know that both sides want it, and I'm talking about Brook and Terence Crawford now. We know that both of them want it, so it's just a matter of like sorting out the finer details. But yeah, I saw an interview yesterday with Bob Arum saying that he was now speaking with Manny Pacquiao's team, and I'm guessing that this is just to keep his options open, you know, just to see should a Brook fight fall through, then Manny Pacquiao's available. But you can imagine that if both sides wanted to fight Terence Crawford, then they're going to go with Manny Pacquiao, as that is obviously the more lucrative option. Manny Pacquiao does hold the title up at welterweight. He holds the, what title is it? WBA title? Yeah, he holds the WBA title up there. Terence Crawford, the WBO, and it'll be a unification fight, and it'll be one that we want to see. I mean, we've been looking for a Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao fight for a few years now. Back when Manny Pacquiao was with Top Rank and Terence Crawford was on the up, when he was at light welterweight, he was undisputed champion there. They were talking about a Terence Crawford Manny Pacquiao fight then, but Bob Arum was saying that he didn't want to put Manny Pacquiao in there with Terence Crawford at that time. Now, I don't know if that was to protect Manny Pacquiao, or I don't know if that was to do with any other options that he might have had at the time, but I remember that it was more, from what I gathered anyway, Terence Crawford's side that wanted it, and Manny Pacquiao wanted to explore other options. So this is good to see that if it is true that both sides are willing to negotiate a fight, and I'd be more than happy to see it. I mean, it would bring us one step closer to an undisputed champion at welterweight. It would have a great stylistic matchup. Even at his age now, Manny Pacquiao poses a threat to Terence Crawford, who is considered by many to be on the top 5 at least on the pound for pound list. So I think that it would be a great matchup, and Pacquiao, he's going through a resurgence in his career right now, even past the age of 40. I think he's, what, 41, 42 now? He's still beating Keith Thurman. You know, he's still beating guys like that. Top solid contenders and champions in the welterweight division, and Manny Pacquiao is still amongst them. So it just goes to show how much of a great career he had, or has, Manny Pacquiao, because he's not retired yet. But I was watching some fights probably a couple of weeks ago, and it was Pacquiao against De La Hoya, Pacquiao against Hatton. Now, these fights were like 10 to 12 years ago, and he was like dominating then. And you could go even further in his career. Like, he's been at the top of the tree for a good 15, 20 years, and that's just impressive numbers, man. Only Floyd Mayweather, in my recent memory, has competed at that top level and managed to like reign at the top. But Pacquiao is still doing damage today in the welterweight division, and he's been doing it for a long time. So for his name to be even mentioned, we all know he's going to go down as an all-time great, but for his name to be mentioned at the top still now, when he's like 41, 42 years old, it just goes to show how much of a great fighter he is, man. So listen, if a Pacquiao and Terence Crawford fight does happen, it probably won't be until at least the end of the year, maybe even next year. And it gives me hope, because Manny Pacquiao is now with the PBC, and we know that the PBC and Top Rank have a history of bad blood between them. It hasn't been a smooth relationship by any means, but if like they can negotiate a fight between Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, then that gives us hope that a fight can be negotiated between like the winner of that fight, let's say it was Terence Crawford, and Errol Spence, who is on the PBC. So it shows that Bob Arum and Al Haymon can work together. We've seen that anyway with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. With that fight being made, it gives me hope that any of the fights between Terence Crawford and the other welterweights can be made, because they managed to work together on that one. So I guess it is really all down to money, but if the fight makes dollars, it makes sense, doesn't it? So I can see Pacquiao and Terence Crawford hopefully happening, but I'm sure Terence Crawford would rather go for that option than fighting Brook. I mean, it's a title on the line at the end of the day, and he'd be earning a lot more money. So if not, then Brook fight is still an option. But yeah, good news there. Let's hope that they follow through with it. And I'd like to see it, man. Even at this age, man, Pacquiao, he's still, like I said, going to present a threat to Crawford. Crawford would be my favourite in the fight, but you can't rule Pacquiao out. Even now, you cannot rule the guy out, man. So let me know what you think of this news anyway, man. I caught it on Boxing Scene. If you haven't seen it already, feel free to check that article and drop a comment in my section and let me know what you think. And I'll catch you guys on the next video tomorrow. What's happening, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown here. Click the link in my bio and check out some of our brand new t-shirts which have just been restocked. We have white, yellow, red and black, all going for the low price of £15. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll make sure to catch you on the next video.